the go live button if I wasn't ready. Stupid machine. However, it was at that moment, having gone to where are you? You're over here, down in the Third Sun. No, yeah, you were down in the Third Sons district. When bells of alarm were rung, for it turned out Parole Iron Tooth had not been the most had been somewhat disingenuous in their arrangements with you, and they might actually have been lying. I don't want to judge, just putting it out there as a possibility.
Well,
they
yeah.
might not have intended to meet with you.
And as soon as I went in and saw that they weren't there, I came out and said, "We need to get back to the ship now."
Yeah, and it was at that point that bells were rung.
Con was the one who actually said beforehand, I think they might be going to diddle us. And, and not too many words, maybe a few more words than that. Not quite.
Yeah.
But anyway.
More or less, yeah. Like,
I don't want to.
Sounds like they're gonna betray us, but surely they won't. Oh no, they've betrayed us.
Oh no, there's some inevitable betrayal.
Inevitable betrayal.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So it turns out that you can't trust dishonored Ihate pirate. Lesson learned.
Bloody
I hope you'll walk away with that.
I know.
Bloody pirates. Look, I can do this as well. You see, look, I can make you all much bigger now. It's much better.
That actually works pretty well.
Yeah. So we find our reputable crew of the Honest Trader, reputable and honest being synonymous, and racing their way down the street. Now, important question. Are you running for your ship? Are you running for the treasure ship? Are you thinking about running somewhere else?
I think I'm running for the ship.
You are the captain of our ship?
I am the captain. I want my ship in the water and I want my guns blazing. I haven't decided who I'm shooting at yet, but probably the Hardys because I'm pretty pissed.
Get harsh. All right.
I got to say, I'm tempted to actually myself run for the treasure ship.
Well, just tell me what you're doing, folk. I don't.
Yeah, what the hell?
I'm not judging. I just want to know.
It may be 2 pints of alcoholic ginger beer kicking in my system, but that's where I'm going.
Wild.
All right.
Somebody's got to rally them there.
Maybe I should crack that open. It'll help.
All right. So Lorenzo peels off and starts running for the treasure ship, while Angel goes in the other direction, heading for the Honest Trader. What do the rest of you do? And I will just say, if you put your names of your characters in the little boxes, that'd be sweet. It'd be so sweet. It would mean I wouldn't have to guess, because I always
little boxes.
How does one do that?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to change it after I said it at the start.
Edit name. The ellipsis on your little...
Gotcha.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah, just saying. Also, apparently I can edit my audio avatar. Good to know. I should play with that. Okay, so... Yes, what's going on? In no particular order, but why not? Dominique, what are you doing?
Honestly, these past few days I've just been following Lorenzo, so I feel like right now it's just I'm used to following Lorenzo. Lorenzo looks like he's got a plan. That's what I'm doing.
Meanwhile, Lorenzo's thinking, "What is my plan? I'm running." But let's not judge. Con, what are you doing?
All right, good.
Yeah, probably. She's a bit torn between. We're probably going to get a lot of our crew hurt, and there's absolutely going to be a lot of crew hurt on that treasure ship. So they'll probably go for the treasure ship. Yeah,
Okay.
try and help out there, I suppose.
Don't forget our crew are more important than the treasure crew.
Well, yeah, but it's a numbers game at this point.
Nice.
That's
No,
true.
look, Okay, so what about yourself, Mags? What are you doing?
I think as the pilot, I should go for our ship because somebody's got to steer.
I think it's
Some-
for me,
Someone's got to steer. Okay, so all right, so Angelique and Mags, or Angel and Mags, peel off and race towards the Honest Trader. Lorenzo, Dominique, and Con in a pack run towards the trading ship that's under attack. Now, an important question which I've asked a few times. I ask right now, just because it might be relevant. Are either Dominique or Con carrying a weapon?
Nope.
No. The continued.
I mean,
The ship. Your ship is literally dripping in them. Like, I mean, if you open a door, there are weapons. If you look sideways, there are weapons on racks.
like,
I think we can have to, like, sneak a weapon onto them when you're not looking.
well,
How did we get here?
Like a knife to pull out of your pocket and accidentally stab someone in the foot.
What I find
Con
hilarious about
does-
that is. Sorry, go.
no, go for it.
I was just going to say, I can see how this is going to roll out. You're going to be going to the governor's mansion and you'll be searched for weapons. You'll go, I don't have any weapons. There's nothing to worry about at all. And then someone will snuck a knife on you. And the first time you've ever carried a weapon will be also the least convenient. Anyway, sorry. My apologies.
Yeah, my argument is Con doesn't have weapons. She has instruments. And I imagine they would have a scalpel. Whether
They
they
would
use it
have
as
a
a weapon is
scalpel.
an entirely different.
You've got a saw,
matter.
for God's sake, and a
Yeah,
chopping
exactly.
mallet and chopping
So,
axe thing.
Yeah, she would have some tools in her bag. She just doesn't
Yeah.
think, oh, this is a weapon.
No,
This is a tool for a
this
purpose.
giant
And
cleaver for
sometimes it
removing
might end
people's
up.
limbs.
Mm,
Yeah, that's not a weapon. That's a medical instrument.
exactly. Don't be
Right.
crass.
No. And Dominique continues to operate on
My-
a chair equals weapon
Chair,
of choice.
improvised.
Yeah,
Oh,
Alright.
improvised weapon seems to be working okay so far. However, also Dominique is of the opinion that his mouth is his weapon.
Nice.
So,
nice.
it's gotten him out of most things.
True that. True. All right.
Mm.
So, Lorenzo, you're well backed up. Okay. So, you guys are racing towards the. What could possibly go wrong? Racing towards the ship that is under assault by the Ahati pirates, while the rest of the crew go and man the Honest Trader to engage in a sea battle, potentially one or more Federation patrol vessels and an Ahati pirate ship. But look, this is going to end well. Okay, so can I get... I think it'll be pretty simple. It's move, isn't it? Yes, it is. Excellent. Can I get move rolls from everyone, please, just to indicate, how fast you're getting there?
Let's see how we go.
Woo, I got a success.
Anytime now.
Woo.
Wow, someone got
Oh,
2
no.
successes or 3 dice. All right.
Oh yeah, powering on.
All right. So Dominique and Lorenzo are sprinting. How did yeah, okay. So Con falling behind there.
A little bit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, in other news, Angelique got 1 success and Mag's got none.
Yeah, tripped and fallen on her face. By the looks
Oh
of
my
that.
god, Mags. Yeah. All right, so you guys are sprinting down. You two have pulled ahead, so that's Dominique and Lorenzo. So you guys we'll deal with you first. So actually, no, hold on. I'll flip that. We'll do with the people jumping on their own ship first. That'll be easier.
Mhm.
So Angel, you are in front. you have pulled ahead of Mags, which is surprising because Mags is literally the most agile person you know. But either way,
What the hell?
what the hell? Mags's mistake was they stayed on the street instead of running across the rooftops on the edge of the rooftops, which
clearly
of
that
course
was the
is their
mistake.
superpower. So you roll up to the honest trader. The crew are already sort of getting up and waking up the ship and all of that sort of stuff. You've come out onto the bay though, and what you can see is one of the Federation ships, one of the Federation warships, the little sloops, is already sort of on fire, having taken what looks like a direct broadside from a much bigger warship, which is, what did I say it was last week? I've forgotten.
You said it was a three-masted bark.
That's right. It's a bark. So this massive bark, it's bigger than a standard one. Not as big as your image suggested, though, from earlier. Just to be clear,
It was an artist's rendition, okay?
an artist's impression. However, it is bigger, and it is crewed with what looks like a mixture of standard sort of sized humans and Anihati sized folk. The ship has just dropped a broadside into one of these sloops, which got out of position and almost shattered the thing bow to stern. So it's carrying something. It actually, you don't have battle skill.
I do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
But I'm not
Angel and Mags, do either of you have battle skill of any points at all?
Yes, I do. I do.
Oh, okay. Make a battle skill roll for me, please. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that was good. All right. So you see, so with the two successes you've just rolled, okay, so you're instantly able to recognize the poundage of the cannons that the ship is packing. It's packing 18 pounders. It's packing one full deck of 18 pounders on each side, which means it significantly outguns your warship as well, which carries 12 pounders. So it's packing enough. If, as a very simple way to put it, if you took 3 standard broadsides from the ship, your boat would be in the bottom of the ocean. So it's and it is bigger than you, so it's going to take you much longer in broadside. So just your first thought and most important one is, I will need to outmaneuver that bark. That is going to be the game we are playing here. We must maintain a degree of bow to sternness, where our broadsides are shooting down its side length, so that we are not exposed to its broadsides, which would be awful. It doesn't seem to be using, the second thing you realize is it doesn't seem to be using any special rounds. So no chain rounds, none of that sort of stuff. It seems, no grape shot. It seems to have just laid out standard cannonball and just absolutely shredded the ship. With a battle roll of 2, so that's the first thing you realize. You know what the size of the guns are. You have an instant sort of understanding of, I need to stay sort of, out of that broadside. The other thing you realize is the second sloop looks like it's captained by someone who might have a clue.
Good.
Probably not capable of taking out the bark by themselves, but could be an ally. You wanted them to be? Anyway, up to you. Okay, so that's what you realize.
As I'm running and I'm seeing all of this, I am weighing up, who am I more likely to get money off? The Ahati that just betrayed us. Well, we didn't really come to terms, so it's not even a betrayal, but they're clearly in it for themselves, and that's it. Or could I get a reward from the Federation?
Yes, for protecting the treasure ship. For protecting the treasure ship. Well, we'll see what happens with the other half of your crew who are currently hitting up the treasure ship. Anyway, Mags, you come bounding along behind, having caught up. Angel has already run up onto the deck and is assumedly giving orders. What orders are you giving, actually, Angel? Important question.
Haul anchor, move away from the dock and
Are
run the
you
guns
using
out.
the oars? Is the
Yeah.
question, I think.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
that
cool
makes-
for oars.
that- Cool.
Get up and moving straight away.
All right. So you're doing that. Mags, you come bounding out onto the deck. Well, come bounding out onto the pier. The honest trader is slowly pulling away. You do the big jump across. I'm not going to make you roll. You're on the ship. What's your first action?
Head to the wheel and wait for the captain to actually tell us who we're going after.
Okay. Angel, you've been asked a very important question. What is your order?
At this point, you're hearties. So, maneuver. See if you can coordinate with that sloop. I think our best bet for profit is with it all from the Federation.
All right. So
But I'm
you
willing
have.
to change that if necessary.
All right. So the honest trader is right. Is kind of sails are still reefed. I think is the right term. And you are using your oars to sort of wind your way out and pull away from the thing. Now, you're probably rowing backwards. The ship's kind of coming out, in effect, in reversing. And you can see that the big bark is now desperately trying to kind of get the sloop between it and a piece of land so that it can limit the ability of the sloop to maneuver. And then it's going to just either board it or slam it. Okay. So that's what's happening with you guys. All right. So Lorenzo, Dominique, and Con. Lorenzo and Dominique, you guys are pounding the pavement, sprinting for the ship. You come out into the sort of the protected area where the Arancia, the treasure ship, was, sort of locked away. There were guards previously. As you come running up, you see 2 Federation Marines have obviously been killed and are lying on the side of the road, or at least badly injured. I'll just make that point in case Con, stops desperately, maybe picks up a weapon from one of the Marines. Anyway, just as a thought. I love that 2/3 of the pirate crew don't carry weapons. It's somehow deeply satisfying. And yeah, you can see that there's these Ihati soldiers, kind of, or pirates probably, desperately, not desperately, boarding the Arancia from the pier and being fought off or fought with Federation Marines who are using those big glaives that you saw them carrying previously. So they've got these, big fat, we're used to fighting Ahati soldiers, so they've got these big 2-handed glaives that they're swinging from the top of the deck to kind of force the pirates away. Anyway, so that conflict is going on. What do you want to do?
Right. So they're basically coming up a gangplank or something, are they?
A couple of them, yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to hit them in the rear. Well, I am, at least.
Okay. So you can see there's about 15 to 20 of these Ahati soldiers.
Okay, so it's not 2 of them.
No, it's not 2 of them.
That's why I said the gameplay you went, there's a couple of them. I'm going, what?
Yeah, I meant a couple of gangplanks.
Oh, okay. Right.
So, yes, so in front of you, you can see these 2-meter tall dudes. They're desperately shoving their way up the gangplanks. The Marines are trying to hold them back. You see a couple of the Ahati are carrying these big 2-barreled muskets.
Oh, God.
So you've seen them before. You've even seen normal-sized people wielding them. They allow you to basically get 2 shots off, but they weigh a ton.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's see. Other ways onto the ship.
You could try and, well, I mean, the question is, you tell me, how do you think you could get onto the ship? Previously, Mags had dropped a rope, so you could jump up onto the crane, run across the top of the crane, and rappel down the rope that was hanging over the ship.
Okay.
I mean, were there any ladders kind of dangling near the water that we
If they were,
noticed?
they'd probably have a hearty on them. That's the thing.
Going into the water, though, I assume you mean.
Just kind of thinking maybe we could swim in and then jump up on them. But
Yep. Could do that. There is also, the sort of running leap option. So you can run down the pier and try and jump onto the deck of the Aransir. Although, to be fair, if you can do it, the Ahati have already done it in that position. And being good at jumping and stuff like that. But the swimming thing is definitely an option. You don't see a lot of Ahati in the water.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to try the swing thing. What the hell?
So you're going to try the crane rope plan?
Yep,
Is just
absolutely.
I just want to clarify this is where we're heading.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm going to put a panache in to get a couple of extra dice.
Okay, so that's a move roll.
Yep. Yeah, let's see. So 2 on the modifier.
I'm just gonna, flip to the. We should all see this dice roll.
Come on.
All right, so you go crambling up the crane and then grab onto the giant rope and swing out over the ship to grab onto a spar of the sail to clamber down onto the vessel. I just want to be very clear that's the plan. All right,
That's
excellent.
exactly
Awesome.
the plan.
All right, I love every moment of this plan.
All right, good. Excellent. Here we go. No! Lots of 5, no 6s.
that's so many
You
fives.
you
though.
have 2 panache. Would you like to use the second panache to push?
Yes, I would actually.
My suggestion is you should, but it's just a suggestion. All right,
All right.
go for it. You can't.
So
you
roll
lose
it
1
again.
dice for the 1.
Okay. No! Where am I going to land? God,
All right, so Dominique, you see, Lorenzo clamber up the side up this crane. He doesn't look as graceful as Mags when they do it, right? Like Mags just kind of shimmies up, like a sort of, you don't really see the hands or the feet. It's just like they sort of appear at the top. With Lorenzo, there's a lot of main force being applied, because he's a big, strong dude. He's doing the whole legs dangling, pulling himself up thing. He gets to the top. He grabs onto a rope, and with a very brave, what would be Lorenzo's cry as he springs down on this rope?
I have no idea. Probably, whoa!
Okay. There's a lot of feet and legs moving in ways that make you feel deeply uncomfortable as he hangs on with one hand because the other hand's come loose. The legs are now flying around. He's swung out and he's grabbed the wrong rope. And it's not taking him to the ship at all. He swings right out over the crowd of Ahati Marines, yelling, "Ah!" The Ahati pirates all look up at this form swinging above them.
Surge forward!
My distraction is working.
Actually,
God.
This is a good chance for a battle roll. If I can see everything.
take a. Hold on. Take a hurt, please.
Yeah.
Thank you all. All right. So. All right. So you have suffered an injury, being you've got rope burns, and you have sort of slid down the rope, and you've landed next to two Ihati sort of pirates who are looking at you very confusedly for a moment. What would you like to do, Lorenzo? And then we'll flip to Dominique and Con.
I'd like to grab both of them and just whack their heads together.
Okay, all right. That's what you're declaring. Dominique,
Yep.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna try and swim.
Okay, nice. Also a move roll, but probably slightly less dangerous.
I don't know.
Alright.
Does Dominique belong to the school of thought that... important question. Does Dominique belong to the school of thought that says if you learn to swim, you're really just expecting to drown?
You learn to swim. No, I don't
It was
think
a
so. I
popular
think...
belief at the period, so that's why.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
asking.
no, absolutely. I do think that he's splashed around though. Like it's learning to swim is a strong statement. However, I think he's gotten himself out of enough bad situations that he knows what he's doing.
Okay, all right. Make a move roll.
Alright, we're gonna try this. Oof,
Oh, there it is.
that was almost very bad.
Okay, that was almost very bad, but that 1-6 saves it. So with that success, you clamber down the ladder. I mean, you don't dive gracefully into the water and kind of,
No.
do the dolphin swim thing, and then
There is a belly flop, yes.
there is a belly flop. But you land in the water, and then you paddle gracefully, and there are ropes hanging down from the ship, and you clamber up onto the ship,
Mhm.
and you're on the deck. Pretty wet.
What's the situation on the deck?
Okay, so you've come up on the other side of the ship. So you haven't come up on the side which is next to the pier. You're on the other
Yeah.
side. I desperately want to say the leeward side, but I know I've said it now. It's too late. Okay, all right. Anyway, all right. So you've come up on the other side, and you can. Is it the leeward side? Like now I want to know. All right, I'll find out later. You have clambered up, so you're behind the Marines,
Uh-huh.
who are desperately fighting with the Ahati. There's crew. There's a few crew on the ship. There weren't a lot of crew on the ship. They don't all stay on the ship overnight. And anyway, it's a merchant vessel, effectively, so they're not packed full of humans. So there's about 12 Federation Marines. Each of them holding each set of 4, rather, defending a sort of gangplank, and these Ahati are trying to get up. There's a bunch of crew running around, sort of getting, pulling out billy clubs and cutlasses and things like that, ready to defend the ship, but obviously nowhere near as heavily armed or armored, for that matter, as the Marines. You can see an officer, probably the captain, but to be upfront, you're not sure. At one end, sort of at the back of the ship, on the rear of the ship with the wheel.
Okay. So, let's see. I have plan A and plan B, and both of them are very bad. I'm gonna try and if they're handing out billy clubs, I'm gonna try and grab one of those. Like,
Sure.
just be like, yeah.
Yeah, they're on racks.
Okay,
you just
all right.
literally pick one up. Yeah, no issue at all.
So then I'm going to get out from my pouch a bit of flint. And I'm going to try and strike it and make it light.
Okay, so the billy club is made of hard wood.
Mm,
Mm.
okay.
You would have to soak it in something to get it to ignite. Or coat it in
Oh,
something to get it to
If
ignite.
only Lorenzo had given me some of that ginger beer. Oh well. Let's see. Is there any alcohol and/or oil around? Like, I'm assuming there's got to be like lamps, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I tear off part of my shirt. I kind of wrap it around the billy club. I like light that.
Have you... Oh, sorry, give me 1 sec. Sorry, youngest of the kiddos saying goodnight. Okay. Sorry, so you were saying, my apologies.
Yeah, no. I'm wrapping the billy club in cloth, and if there's any oil and/or alcohol I can find, I'm dipping it in
Okay.
and then lighting that.
Okay, so you have a flaming torch.
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, I will assume you're able to find the necessary goods to create said flaming torch.
Yeah,
All right.
because I've
Now,
worked on the ship.
you
I
have.
know where
You have.
some
You
things
have.
are.
And pitch is an important ingredient to repairing ships, and also highly flammable. So and viscosus, it sticks to things. It's got everything that you need it to do.
Exactly.
It's literally the perfect material. Also,
Is there
very
only
easy to set
one
on fire.
gangplank?
No, there's 3.
Oh,
There's
3.
Okay, that's annoying.
There's 3 gangplanks, 3 sets of 4 marines. Each set of 4 marines is defending a gangplank. All right,
Oof. Okay.
Con, you arrive
Hello.
just in time to see Lorenzo
Distract
leap
everybody.
into the middle of the combat with a bravery that defies all logic. Even he's throwing himself in amongst a group of people he's almost as tall as. You know, it's the classic. You know, they would win some, I would almost win some. Line, and you know, there they are, and you rock up just in time to see it. You've got no idea where Dominique is. They've disappeared from vision. What do you want to do?
So did each of these gangplanks have a hearty on them?
Yes.
Okay. Like, because you said 15. Was that 15 each or 15 spread out?
Spread out.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
That's
that's
more reasonable than 45.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. What's holding the gangplanks? Like, what's attaching them to the ship?
Oh, that's a good question. I assume some sort of rope loop.
Rope loop. Yeah, like looking at the situation, we need less Ahati. So let's they're gonna like scoop up a saber from one of the fallen marines and
Yep.
try
Yep.
to cut the rope that's holding whichever gangplank is closest.
Okay, so you, with your saber in assumably 2 hands,
Oh, absolutely.
because I
They
can't
don't have-
imagine you're a one-handed saber-wielding person. You run up to the first gangplank and you start hacking at the rope with the... Okay, yeah, this will end super well. Could I get a stealth roll, please?
Sure, my best skill.
Because you're kind of... I assume you... So that was...
4s?
That was humor. That was...
Yes.
Right, yeah, okay, wow. All right, so... You come running up to cut this rope on the gangplank when one of the Ahati pirates sees you coming with the saber, assumably, you know, sort of waving above your head. Because, you know, better swing, you know, drop it from above. And rapidly runs down the gangplank to engage you.
Oh. There seems to have been a bit of a misunderstanding. I'm running the other way.
Jesus.
I mean, this Ahati is almost twice your size on almost every measurement. Like
Oh yeah.
thighs
no,
width. I mean thigh width. I mean we're talking the whole set. All right. It's like Arnie's ripples kind of thing. All right. So you turn and run away. That's literally your action.
I mean, yeah. She's not a fighter.
No, fair. All right. So
I don't think 5 of Con could take down a Hardy, let alone 1-on-1.
all right. So the Ahati, it's a bit confused. You look pathetic. Are you deliberately trying to look pathetic? Here's my question.
I don't think
Or is it
Con
just a
has
natural
thought about
skill?
it that much. Basically,
Or is it-
yeah. I mean, like from what we've surmised about the Hardy,
Yeah.
they absolutely look as pathetic as possible.
Right.
There is no like attempt here. It just is.
Okay. Do you want to make? I think it's got to be. Yeah. Do you want to make a manipulation roll for me, please?
Sure.
This is a Puss in Boots moment.
All right. No, the Ahati does not give chase.
I mean, I'm not really a threat, am I?
No. It makes the decision that you are, as you note, not a threat. Okay. So you turn and run away. It starts to sort of pace after you, and then realizes there's much more important things happening on the ship than you. It does probably keep an eye out for you in case you come back, but
Yeah.
it runs back up the gangplank to help its friends. All right. Yeah, Lorenzo, you wanted to sort of do fisticuffs with these two Ahati warriors.
Why not? Yes.
Okay, that will be a
Melee
might
roll.
roll? Melee roll?
Yeah,
Melee roll?
might. It's the same. Might is the same
Yeah.
for me. It's melee.
Uh,
Yes.
All right, go.
Okay. All 6s. We're waiting for it. No.
Jesus.
My
Oh,
plan is to get pounded, it seems.
Yeah. All right,
I'll
so
distract
you
my
basically... So you go to grab these two Ahati warriors and, to quote, slam their heads together when you realize that normally when you say that,
There's a
you're
mass
at least
issue.
a head. You're usually a head taller than the people you're doing it to, which is your normal
Yeah.
state of being. You are larger than almost anyone you know. Ahati warriors, however, are almost 2 meters tall, and when you go to do it, you realize you're reaching up, not down.
It's a leverage thing.
It's a leverage thing. That's
So
right.
it's like,
Ahati
damn.
pirates.
We're good
Yeah.
friends, aren't we?
And because there's 2 of them, I'm going to give them some bonus die.
Ooh.
Okay,
Looks like
you
Team
take...
Rocket's blasting off again.
So they both basically grapple you and start pummeling you with their fists, which is better than them hitting with their axes
Yeah.
or their cutlasses. But you do take a point of damage.
All right.
please
to the
take it.
hurts.
Into
Yeah.
the hurts. Okay. Or the you can take it against hurt or deafness. Your
Okay,
choice.
shakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to take it against shakes.
Okay. So yes, they start pummeling into you, and that is what is happening. Dominique, you now have a flaming torch.
Yep. What I'm gonna do is not a good idea. So there's Khan had started on one gangplank. I'm assuming Lorenzo is somewhere
No, they
around
never
another.
got to the gangplank, but I like your ambition. They
Well,
they
you
ran
know.
towards the gangplank and
Made
then
a
they turned
valiant
away.
effort.
Yeah.
They tried.
Had they gotten to the gangplank, they would have definitely had made a start.
So I'm going to which gangplank is Lorenzo kind of at?
The furthest one. So the first one
furthest.
along the ship. So number 3.
All
for
right.
sake of
So
simplicity.
I am going to take my torch and lob
Yes.
it towards the middle gangplank. I want to get it on the wood. If I get it on an offensive pirate, I'm okay with that. But I want to get it on the wood.
Okay, so and I just want to be very clear. You have a torch covered in pitch that is on fire, and you are throwing it onto the gangplank that is attached to both the pier and the ship in an attempt to drive the pirates off the gangplank.
I mean, it's like I said, it's not a good idea.
There's so many good things about this plan. Come on, I think you're underestimating all of the possibilities. All right, I think that sounds like a could actually be marksmanship. Yep, or it could be sleight of hand. I'm happy with either.
I'm gonna do sleight of hand because I've got one more dice in it.
Okay, perfectly valid
Nice.
reason for
Yeah.
choosing that. All right.
Oh,
No, that's brilliant. Okay, so you hurl this flaming torch out onto the gangplank. It lands on the gangplank, and the gangplank ignites almost instantaneously. You know, it's covered. You know, people have been walking up and down these gangplanks with wet pitch for the last week to repair the ship. You know, so there's pitch up and down the gangplank. You know, there's pitch trails running out onto the pier. There's pitch trails running onto the ship. What could possibly go wrong? All right, so excellent. So that's your action, and at that point, but the good news is that Ihati pirate is definitely getting off the gangplank.
nice.
Yeah.
I got one. I got
You got one. You
more
might
than
get
anyone
4.
else so far.
At
Okay?
this rate, you might get 4.
Yes.
I predict
Your punishment
all
for
4
failing
Ihati
is getting what
pirates
you
will
wanted.
will get off the gangplank. That is my formal prediction as
God,
GM.
where the pitch trails
Okay.
go.
So that is happening. Now, Angel and Mags, you have gotten the ship to reverse out and are heading out into the bay, the Floriana Bay. As I said, you can see the bark. You can see the sloop playing this kind of desperate game of evade the big nasty ship so I don't get turned into kindling. You pull out. You're not anywhere near as small as the sloop. You're a size 3 ship. You're decently large. You're carrying 12 pounders, a whole a whole battery on each side. You've got 96 crew. They're down a bit of crew, you think, the bark that is, because there you can see there's something going on over there. Matter of fact, you've just seen a fire start over there. So flame licking up, you know. Yeah, Jesus Christ, the Ahati are using fire. They are insane. And you can start maneuvering. So good news. I have written out stupidly large amounts of rules for this, because that's who I am. That's actually genuinely the answer to that question. Okay, so rules. Nope.
Because
Oh, no,
all my
there we are.
ocean combat knowledge comes from Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so
You're doing better than me.
Sounds perfectly right.
I can't play these pirate games because they give me motion sickness. So
Okay, so first question, Captain, my captain, prudence plus battle skill.
prudent plus. Oh yeah. So that would be 5 dice.
Nice.
Perfect. Well, roll your prudence plus. Actually, don't roll it. Sorry, what am I saying? Let's roll Iron Tooth's combo for that. Prudence plus battle skill. You go first. Okay, so you get to declare the first action. Now, the way it works is then it's a command roll, which is Exalt plus Grace. And this creates this little dice pool that you can give out to others.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna roll that. Ooh,
All right,
success.
so there's a dice that you can gift onto, say, your pilot at any second now. All right,
Okay.
so,
Well, that was
hey,
the
pilot.
prudence and the battle skill. That was the battle skill. That was battle. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was Prudence plus Battle to get initiative. Then it's
Yeah.
Grace plus Exalt to create a bit of a dice pool and to give orders. What are your
Okay.
orders, oh Captain?
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank God, that's 2 6s. Okay. So I want to have 1 round of laying into the a hearty ship with just a broadside, but we want to do like the raking as we go past, and we want to get well out of range. So that's just going to be like the pass when they're distracted by playing with the sloop. And that was the second thing I was going to do, is then we're going to do chain shot. We need to take down a mast to reduce their capacity to maneuver.
Okay, so on that note, your orders are the pilot should maneuver to place your ship in a sort of, you're going to sail past them, offload, chain shot, and then you're going to keep on going, hopefully having done them some maneuverability damage. Perfect. Pilot, you get to roll a... Oh, into it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. A maneuver. So, deafness plus move skill. Pilot, my pilot.
Okay.
Oh, and you get... Oh, sorry. A bit quick there. So you can draw down from that dice pool to give you bonus dice, and the ship has a maneuver rating of 2, which means you get 2 bonus dice from the ship.
Okay, so I roll 3 more dice basically.
Yeah.
And I got a 6 with that one.
Okay,
One
so, which is good, because you need a success to be able to fire your guns. So the way it works is, if you don't get any successes in your maneuver phase, you have not been able to put your ship in a position where it can offload its cannons. All right, so broadside. So we are using the Honest Trader, which actually has broadside. Can you see the ship, by the way, guys? The Honest Trader?
Oh, yeah, I think I can. Yeah.
All right, if you go to the ship and open up the sheet, you can actually
Yeah.
roll the attack of the ship.
Okay, I'll do that.
Cool.
So I'm just rolling the main battery.
Yes, and you can add that bonus die if you want.
Yes. 2,
From your orders.
1. Okay. Roll.
Woohoo!
Oh!
Nice.
Nice.
Oh.
All right. I have a sinking. Let me just read what I wrote down about chain sail damage. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so did I put that in already? Oh, hold on. That's why it's solid. Did not. Okay, so how many successes did you get?
3.
Jesus. All right, so it loses. It goes to -2. Okay. All right, you've actually taken out one of the main masts.
Excellent.
So the chain shot goes ripping through the ship. You sail past it before it's even aware you're there. Sort of come out of the darkness, if you will, and you fire the broadside. These giant chain shots whip out from the cannons, and you see them go through the topsail and the main mast, and you hear the cracking of that mast as it starts to list, and the ship is suddenly a 2-masted bark as opposed to a 3-masted bark, which it was just seconds ago. You can see it's maneuvering much more sluggishly as a result. Now, it is not happy,
No.
needless to say. And
This is one of the worst things you can do to a ship because it causes it to drag. And they can't do anything except try to cut it loose.
Now, I am assuming you are not seeking to board it at this point.
No.
Okay. All right. So they are now maneuvering for their side. And I just need to quickly roll for them. I need the ship. Where is it? The Ahati pirate vessel. Hello. Crew. Pilot. Yeah, ship -2. Okay, yeah. And roll. All right, this round they're not able to get in a position to fire their broadside at you.
Excellent.
Yay.
All right, meanwhile, so
Nice work.
that's happening over there. Lorenzo, these guys are beating the shit out of you.
Excellent. All right.
What would you like to do?
I think it's time to get out from underneath this. Boy, I think I'm going to just try and kneecap one of them if I can. Just punch him in the knee hard so it goes the wrong direction.
Okay, once again, a might roll, please.
Come on, lots of 6s. No, I don't deserve any 6s today.
No.
Sixes
Oh
are
my
not
god. Can we
friends.
make 5 your number?
Yeah, 5 should be my number. Otherwise, I would have crippled one of them by now.
So just to be clear, you've
It's all right.
rolled 12. You've rolled at least 24 dice and not got a single 6 yet.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep. That's because I'm letting all that luck go to everybody else. I just take
Nice.
the pounding.
Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Okay, so Dom, you can Dominique, you can see Lorenzo has gone down, and these 2 Ahati pirates are just booting the shit out.
Wailing on me.
Meanwhile, though, you've got some concerns of your own. Your plan, brilliantly executed, is now working just slightly better than you planned. Yeah, look, it's all going super well. You can see the Ahati pirates going, and leaping off away from the gangplank. At this point, you would think the Marines would be thankful. I mean, they're not under attack on that gangplank anymore. You'd think, you know, where's the friendliness?
Where's the gratitude?
Where's the gratitude? They are leaping away from the gangplank and desperately sawing at the rope that has attached the gangplank to the ship and yelling, "Fire! Fire! Fire!" at the top of their voices, while crew are running up with buckets to kind of, you know, try and put out the fire. There's a lot of panic going on. Fire and ships is a bad thing.
Correct.
And you know there's a lot of panic going on because you can see that they've filled the buckets up with water.
Right.
Which you're pretty sure is not fantastic at putting out pitch fires.
Huh.
Sand's good. You know sand is good.
Yeah.
Because you're a well-trained, you know, you're a scholar, you're a scientist.
No,
you
I've learned
understand
things.
basic chemistry. Exactly.
Lorenzo obviously gave you the safety demonstration of what to do in a pitch fire.
Of course. Yes, but
Yeah.
there's not enough sand around is the problem. I'm going to consider my job here done.
Just walk away.
Okay, so expand on this realization. I feel I can't give it the justice you will give it.
No, I
go.
think just in kind of like a panic fugue because like Lorenzo is down, this is happening, Khan's gone. My main goal was follow Lorenzo and do what Lorenzo did.
Don't do
This
what
seems
Lorenzo
to have
did.
gone very badly. I just turn around and jump off the ship and swim to the deck.
Right. Okay. So,
I could work with that.
okay, so fire, ship, crew, pirates. You carefully and very gracefully arc off the ship. Is it a? Do you take the time to dive well? That's kind of my key question right now.
You know, yeah, I think so because the belly flop hurt last time.
Yeah, nice. All right, so you put your hands together. You do the thing above your head that you were taught to do once, and you dive off the ship with the hands in front of you to part the waters brilliantly. Can I get a move roll, please?
Yeah.
I think you get an extra bonus. I'll give you an extra bonus dice though, just for style.
Alright, let me remember. Oh no. How do I do extra dice?
Yeah, the box will pop up and you can put a 1 in it.
Oh. Alright. There we go. You know what? That seems appropriate.
It does seem appropriate. So you put the hands above your head and you arc off the ship and you land on your side as opposed to parting the waters brilliantly. Kind of side flop as opposed to belly flop. It hurts. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's deeply uncomfortable. You can take a point of hurt for this moment of gracelessness.
Absolutely.
And who knows what moral and ethical damage you'll take later as the treasure ship catches fire. All right. And you sort of, dog paddle away from the ship. Con.
Knowing a job was well done.
Oh, yeah.
Look, you've nailed it. And I think that's true for everyone. Con, what are you doing?
So I can see basically a dog pile on Lorenzo at this point. Yeah?
You can. Lorenzo's having a little bit of trouble with some Ahati pirates who are just beating the shit out of him. You can also see a fire has broken out on the ship.
A fire has broken out. I'm trying to decide whether Con thinks Lorenzo can handle himself or if Lorenzo needs help. It looks like it's going bad for Lorenzo right now.
It does, yeah. Lorenzo's literally on the ground, kind of fetal position, while two Ahati pirates just put the boot in as he's going, ugh.
I mean, I'll try to take advantage of them being distracted, and well, Ahati do still have tendons in their ankles, so I'm gonna try and like slice at that with the saber.
Okay, so you're running in once again with the saber.
Well, sideways this time.
Oh, sideways. Okay, yep. So
you can't hack down on a tendon. That makes no sense at all.
On the side. Beautiful. So you're racing forward into the conflict, wielding a saber. You can see Ahati soldiers or pirates rather everywhere, sort of very busy. Federation Marines. These two guys are beating. Make a melee attack roll, and you get a bonus dice for the saber. Which is
that might help.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. With the bonus dice, 3 dice. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I got hurts last session.
All right. So you run in, and you've got it, and you swing, and you distract one of them.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I mean, I'm helping.
You are helping.
All right. So only one of them swinging at you, Lorenzo, this time, which is
I feel
good.
lucky.
You can block this time if you want, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will block. Yeah. Assuming he
All
hits.
Yeah, well, assuming he hits indeed.
He's likely
he's
to
only-
miss, isn't he? That's right. Nope.
No. 2 points of damage, unless you... Oh, you can roll a block. Sorry.
I'm going to block.
You're going to get 2 successes on your might roll as you attempt to block. Or a using move.
I'm not really the move type. I'm more a fortitude sort of guy.
Okay. You should roll that then.
Oh!
Oh, look at that!
Nice.
I'll clap everyone. I'll clap.
He comes down and I catch his fist and stand up. Now it's my turn.
He looks around for his friend, but his friend's distracted by the little guy with the sword. All right, so you've grabbed his fist as he goes to swing it into you, or he grabbed his boot as he goes to put it into your midriff,
Yeah.
and you ripped him up and stood up in the process. Beautiful. It's a great scene.
Lovely.
All right. So
Thanks,
we'll
Glenn.
just do one more round of this. So you've now got this guy, Lorenzo. You can see, however, and I'm just telling you for information, I don't expect you to do anything with it, that the other Ahati has decided that if someone swings a saber at them, they should swing a cutlass back.
Oh, dearie.
Makes sense.
And their cutlass is big.
Uh-huh.
It's not a little cutlass. You can see Con like desperately waving this sword in front of them. Anyway,
All right. So I've got an action now, do I?
you do.
Oh my god. All right. So am I going to have to get past this guy to get to the other guy that Con's dealing with?
I don't know. Are you?
Right. All right. The sword
You
comes
could
whipping out.
try and jam this guy into the other guy. You could go the whole shoulder
I could.
charge.
I could. They're very.
Of course, if
big
it doesn't
weapons.
work, you'll be in a somewhat exposed position.
Yeah. I know. I don't really want to be in that position again. All right. I'm actually just going to whip out the sword and charge Con's guy.
Okay, so you're willing to take the hit from the other guy, or do you want to use your secondary action, your smaller action, to block him, and then
Yes, I'm going to block him.
so he's going to get a
and
free swing at you.
Yeah. No, that's okay. If I can block him, then that's good.
All right.
Yep.
So he tries to punch you. Once again, no bonus die. He gets 1 success.
Okay. All right. So,
You can block with your cutlass or your sword.
yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Actually, I need to do my sword for the attack, don't I?
You do. And you can add a bonus die to it because you're stopping a guy with fists with a sword. It tends to favour you, not him.
All right. If I hit the attack button, it's going to come up with that box that I can modify.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah. Good.
Fingers crossed.
That's a special technique I use with my sword.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes, you easily block him.
The cross fingers.
No, you get an extra
always
success.
works.
You could turn that into panache if you wanted to.
Woohoo! Excellent. I will do that.
Awesome.
I'm gonna
All
do
right.
that.
So now you launch an attack on the guy who's about to run Con through with the cutlass.
Absolutely.
All right.
And I'm going to use my panache to add 2 dice to that.
Okay.
No other
for it.
bonuses?
No, just that. And if you're rolling with the sword, it's obviously the sword, and
Let's
it's all
do it.
calculated in.
Oh, yes, 2.
All right. He's
It
going to
took a
try.
while, but all the sixes are coming out now.
Risen from the ashes. It was all a plan to distract them, okay?
Yeah.
them do their plan.
Lorenzo's just a diesel. You just got to warm up first.
Oh my god, he blocked it.
But he did. So he spins with his cutlass and blocks your blow. To your point,
Yeah.
However, he does that, and then, so he blocks your attack. Con, what do you want to do? He's distracted, Con. You could stab him.
Straight to the jugular.
Stab his
Yeah,
cat.
I know where arteries are. Yeah, I'm
Surgical
gonna
strike.
basically, yeah, try to capitalize on this and run them through, I guess. So is that melee with the bonus die?
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's the equals, not the. There we go. Nope.
All right. So, Con
Flourishing
continues
the
to be waving
Yeah.
swords in general
Like-
direction of enemy.
She knows where she wants to stab. It's just getting the pointy end there.
It's so
the
inelegant
problem.
in comparison to a scalpel. That's the problem.
Exactly.
There's a lot more hefty.
Hmm.
All right, so that fight's going on. Back over to Captain and crew.
Yep.
Captain and crew, you've demasked, or you've broken one of the masts of the pirate vessel with an absolutely stunning attack. It is now at -2 maneuverability as opposed to +1, so things are not going well for them. Would you like to do something else now?
Should we try and cut or give the sloop a little bit of room to maneuver?
Absolutely. We need them to see us helping them so that they can speak up for us to get us the reward.
Help. Take another mast.
Yeah, so if we
Okay.
could like cut back in at an angle so that you kind of like, as I said, black flag, it works there. You kind of
Working
do
so far.
a slight angle towards the ship, and then so that you're kind of not a full broadside but off their bow, and then curve away.
Fire as you bear sort of stuff, hey?
Yep.
Okay. Can I get
Sounds
a command roll, please? So that's Grace plus Exalt again.
Yep. Yes, there's a 6 there.
Yeah, there's a 6. All right. Can I get a maneuver roll, please, from Mags?
Yeah.
With the extra dice?
If they want to, yes, yep. With the extra dice, yep. And don't forget, you got 2 bonus dice. Sorry, 1 bonus dice for maneuverability.
Hmm.
Okay, 2 successes. All right, so you can use that additional success to give your gunner a better attack roll.
Yes.
So effectively, you
Which
can
one?
roll. You can grant them the extra success as an extra die. All right.
Okay.
So make the attack roll for the broadside. Are you
All
still
right.
using chain shot, or are you trying to now just damage the ship?
I think we're just trying to damage the ship now.
All right.
Oh my gosh, there's 3
successes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. All right. So that's 3, 4, 5 points of damage. It does get its armor this time, though, which it didn't get last time because sails don't have a lot of armor. So I'll roll its copious armor, which it actually has. It's not even a joke. 5 die.
Yeah.
No successes. Of course, there are none.
Awesome.
All right, so it's taken 5 points from that, plus another 2 for the chain shot. Yeah. Okay, so it's down to, yeah, it's actually damaged. Like, you've actually caused it some serious damage. It is trying once again to get you in range. So the pilot will roll and take the -2. Lasai. Nope. Okay, so you continue to stay out of its range. You can actually see that they are now pulling. They've now started to man their oars. So they're starting to sort of sail out of the bay. Like, they're obviously retreating. They've tried to get you in range. They've taken some pretty serious damage, and they've decided departing now would be wise. By the way, in the outside of the bay, you can see another vessel. It's smaller than the pirate warship that is attacking you, but it does seem to be patrolling outside of the bay for some reason. Okay, the sloop commander will also have a go. I'll just roll their maneuverability. Oh,
God.
no successes, Jesus. All right. Anyway, okay. So the sloop is trying to get into range for shot and failing. Okay. So one more round for you guys. What do you want to do? It's trying to leave. Do you want to chase it down, or do you want to let it get away? Noting chasing it down does mean it might shoot you.
Can I use my eagle eye ability and see if the ship that we can see outside patrolling is a friendly with us, or the sloop, or a friendly with them?
Yeah, by all means, go for it.
Okay, so that is a scouting roll with 1 for extreme distance. Never mind.
No. It's dark. It's dark. You can't tell. All right. You see. So my question stands: are you going to give chase, or are you going to let it get away?
Oh, let's chase it.
Yeah, I think we should try and
Alright.
sink it before it leaves.
Okay, one more round, and then we'll jump back to the guys. So exalt again, please, plus grace.
No,
No.
my heart wasn't in it this time.
You can feel the doubt creeping in. Okay, so you are giving chase, though. That's your orders. Pilot, a piloting roll, please. Once again, with just one bonus die this time for maneuverability.
Oh my God!
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, okay, so.
All right,
Yeah.
so you've basically got it lined up perfectly. You know, sort of bow to stern kind of story. You can drop iron shot or lead shot, through the whole length of the ship if you unleash.
Yep.
Through the captain's
Okay.
quarters.
What am I adding this modifier to this?
3.
3. Shit.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
Ooh.
that?
Easy
3
3.
successes again. It's another 5 points. It does get its armor though, so I'll just roll its armor. See if that makes any difference at all.
Fun.
Ooh, it did. Wow.
Okay, but it's listing badly. You've got it pretty much dead to rights. It is gonna try and get you. It's operating at -2 still.
A lot of stuff dragging off the back of that.
It's a
Oh,
success.
this time it's got a shot.
Got a
That's
shot.
something. Okay, you find yourself suddenly looking down its barrels. You've done it.
We've had such a good run so far.
You've done it a frick ton of damage though, so it's Crew have taken damage. It's taken damage, so that is reflected. All right, so it unleashes a battery of fire, but your ship is able to maneuver out of the way.
Nice work, Max.
Causing
Amazing
no damage.
pilot.
Okay, so gee, interesting. I didn't expect. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to think about that. Chain shot is devastating if unloaded at the first round successfully. Good to remember. All right. Meanwhile, on the pier. So actually, Dominique, we'll do you first. So you have swum away from the ship. Where do you want to come up, as it were? Where do you want to bob up, Dominique?
Let's see. Probably a little bit further away from the ship, like maybe 1 or 2 ships down, honestly.
Okay, so a whole ship's length down the pier.
Yeah.
All right, so you're out of the fight. You come up onto the pier. You can see. Remember, Lorenzo was at the furthest end, though, so you can see Lorenzo. They're only a ship's length away because they're right at the far end. They're towards your end of the pier. And you can see Con desperately waving their sword and Lorenzo going, ah! And desperately fighting now to Ahati with swords out now.
Oh, this is the worst idea ever. Okay, is there
I don't know if you can say that, because you were seen recently throwing a flaming torch at a pitch-covered ship. So this will have to be pretty impressive to beat that. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. No, nice. I like a challenge. Go.
Is there a bucket of pitch nearby?
Oh, look. Do you want to spend a point of panache to have a bucket of pitch nearby? Because you can use a point of panache to kind of alter the setting to create what you need. So.
Seems good.
Let's see. And I've still got my flint. Oh god. Yeah, let's do that.
Excellent.
I
Okay.
haven't spent any panache yet, so.
All right,
yes.
perfect. So there's a slight changing of the universe and bucket of pitch.
So, I've seen Lorenzo and I've seen Mags climb this thing twice now. I am going to attempt to climb it with a bucket of pitch.
Excellent.
Okay, you're right. I underestimated you. Okay, so okay, so you've got a bucket of pitch, and by the way, this is beautiful pitch. It's beautiful, glistening, oily on top. You know, it's just
High grade.
It's high
Oh,
grade. It says fire in a kind of silent but meaningful way. And
really does.
with pitch in one hand, you're climbing the crane.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay, great. Yeah. That'd be a move roll, I think.
Yep. Alright. Oof. We're gonna try it.
Oh my god.
The
Alright.
universe wants this pitch to go wherever you are intending it to go. That's what I'm hearing. Okay, so you're climbing the crane with the pitch. What is the... Or do you want to hold off until next round where you share exactly what you intend to do? Like
The big reveal.
a moment of, anticipation. I feel that. Okay, Lorenzo, you are now fighting 2 opponents. Technically,
Excellent.
Con is
At least the
helping,
plan
and I need
working.
to say that because it's
Con is
important
also
to
here.
recognise everyone's contribution to the, to the outcome. But it really feels like you might be doing a bit of heavy lifting here.
Yeah, I know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to grab Con and we're going to jump over the side. If you really must know.
Oh, okay. All right. So your maneuver will be to grab Con and dive into the water.
Yep.
Okay.
Our job is done here.
Okay. So, Con, my important question is, are you doing anything to resist Lorenzo literally grabbing you and flinging both of you into the water?
Come with me if you don't want to die.
Honestly, I don't think Con would be expecting it under any circumstances, so it would absolutely catch her off guard.
Okay. So so Con, you are swept up in the arms of Lorenzo. You know, there's the whole, you know, big buff. I've actually just finished reading Arnie's new book, so I'm feeling the Arnie in this. So there's a giant hulking guy who grabs you and throws themselves and you bodily into the water. Make a move roll, Lorenzo, to see if you can pull this off without getting stabbed.
Sure. How's that?
Oh, now you get a double 6.
I told you this was the plan. I take a pummeling for everything, cause a distraction, then we get the 6s.
Beautiful. Okay, all right. So, Con and Lorenzo are in the water. They're in the water, people.
I
And
gracefully
I feel
over
like
the
that
side.
is actually legitimately the best place for them to be.
Absolutely.
Second round. The Ahati are not sure what's going on. Dominique, take us through the bucket plan, as it will now be known.
So the bucket plan was originally going to be, I kind of spread it out over everyone. I let pitch rain down on all the Ahati. And then I just kind of use my flint and use pieces of my shirt as wicks and kind
Okay.
of just like, you know, spread some fire.
Sure. Right, okay, sort of, you know, like fireflies falling from the sky, except they cause you to combust.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Okay. Nothing in the current scenario suggests that couldn't still be your plan.
I mean, Lorenzo and Con are getting out. I'm a little worried. But I'll do it for a round, and then we'll see what's happening.
So to be clear, when you say around, you're hurling the bucket of pitch from your elevated position over the crowd of Ahati pirates who are now pulling away from the ship because some bits of it are on fire.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay, so could I get a... I feel like it's a move roll. I don't know. No, I'm overusing that. Let's go with sleight of hand again. I think sleight of hand.
All right. We're gonna try it.
You know, you're trying to empty this bucket. Beautiful, beautiful.
I got
All
one.
right, so there's bucket of pitch sort of spread out, sort of hurled perfectly in a great sort of arc of oil and bitumen sort of flighting out and landing on people in spots and drips and drabs. Some of it landing on the ground. And then, and I just want to be clear, and then your next bit of your plan is to tear some of your shirt and then ignite it and just sort of float it down onto one Ihati on the assumption that only they will catch fire.
Look, Dominique is not that great with they're great with talking.
They
They're
absolutely
great
are.
with talking.
And
That's-
look, you've had way more impact in this fight than anyone else so far.
Yes.
I mean, to your point, the pirates are no longer attacking the ship. Tick.
They are not.
Job done.
Hmm.
Uh,
Oh god. Should I?
okay.
Or
Yeah, you should.
yeah. I'll go ahead and do it. Let's
Okay,
cause a little
awesome.
mayhem.
All right, so you ignite a bit of your shirt and throw it out into the air.
Mhm.
I actually think that this is a prudence roll, and I think law. I'm going with law and prudence.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're sort of twisting this bit of shirt and then you're igniting it and it's all about, or maybe survival. Ooh, could be either actually. It depends on what technique you're going with.
I think I'm going with the geometry and measuring the wind and
Yeah, yeah.
kind of like more of an academic
yeah.
sort of lean to it.
Anthony Hopkins, survival against the bear scene. Got it.
Mhm.
Okay. A law roll, please.
All right, we're going for it.
And it's perfect.
Oh,
All right. So you've twisted it up, and it's now, little fireflies. I don't want to reference too many Hayao Miyazaki / Studio Ghibli movies, but what's the one called? Year of the Fireflies. The most
Grave of the
heartrending animated
Fireflies.
Grave of the Fireflies, most heartrending anime ever made by humankind. So this floats down in amongst the Ahati. Now, everything about your plan was brilliant. The only minor issue is that, yep, there's pitch everywhere. So suddenly there's this sort of burst of flame, and you see Ahati pirates jumping off the pier. The pier itself has now caught fire. You're standing on a crane above said burning pier, thinking to yourself, possibly not the best position to be in, but who am I to judge? Lorenzo and Con, you are safely in the water, watching said pier catch fire. Dominique, what is your plan of escape?
So, how far out does the crane go?
Look, it does go a good solid. Let's say it goes out a good solid, 5 meters. So, it goes out a bit. 15 feet in American.
All right. This is going to be my diving platform.
Perfect. So, are you crawling carefully along it to sort of drop off the side, or are you? And I'm just asking, are you sprinting across it and diving off the side? Hands, this time it's going to work. Hands pointed in front of you. Perfect. Dive into the water.
I am going to... Tom's caused enough pain to himself for this night. I think he's going to be a little more careful. I think if there's a balance between the two, he aims to strike it.
Okay, so maybe a more careful walking as opposed to a just sort of sprinting, and a sort of, hold your nose and jump off the crane scene at the end.
Kind of a step off.
Yeah,
Exactly.
as opposed to a sort of graceful swan dive into the water. Okay, can I get a move roll? You can have a bonus dice for being a little bit more cautious than you would normally be.
Alright. We're gonna try.
Look at that, 2 6s.
Oh man.
Gold standard.
Could
Gold
have run.
standard. Yeah. What were people worried about? They're insane. Okay, so you step down the, you're not stressed at all. You're kind of doing your little steps, and then you get to the thing, and then there's all these people screaming, "Oh my God, fire behind you!" But you just kind of, fingers on your, hold your nose closed and step off the side and fall into the water. There's a fire.
You can just see her gathering up her clothes and like her skirt or whatever he's wearing. Actually, you're a he, aren't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tuck yourself in, jump off.
Exactly. Straighten the jacket, make sure the
Exactly.
cravat is positioned correctly.
That's right.
And then just
Style of it all.
step off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so that's the pier scene. I think we can sort of you three bobbing in the water, looking at the pier on fire, the ship on fire, various things on fire.
Worked well.
The Ahati pirates having jumped off, making their own way to what looks like a very large pair of, sort of jolly boat kind of gig things that they're going to get into and paddle away. Meanwhile, the big ship is moving out into the open water by this point. You've been absolutely smashing it. It hits the open water, and then you see what is that? The clan, the second, the
trading clan that we dealt with before.
Yeah,
Right. Yep.
it's actually their ship.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
Let's see what happens now.
As the pirate ship limps away, that trading vessel sails between you and the pirate vessel.
Oh, interesting.
Very interesting. I see. I thought they didn't like pirates. Like to cut their heads off.
Depends whose side they're on. They could be
Yeah,
privateers.
apparently. seems like there's a little bit of our pirates are privateers. It's okay.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, they haven't fired on you. They've just cut
No.
between you and the other vessel.
Yeah.
The question is, well, actually, yeah, the question is, are they actually shielding it, in which case keeping them hidden, or are they just navigating between?
Who can tell the difference?
Very
I
tricky.
could if I had a battle skill, but our captain could.
I could. I would roll my battle and then find that out.
Correct.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so-
okay.
yeah.
Wow, 3 successes. Okay.
Oh, they're using the
they-
Palachi maneuver.
They 100% are interrupting your ability to pursue the other ship.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Right. Well, I see how it is. Very well. I'm just gonna give the order to hold position. There's clearly more here than
We know.
I
Yeah.
want to deal with in one night.
Fair.
More information is required. What I do want to do is get back to Doc and make sure that we will be duly rewarded for our part by the
Don't forget there's still
Federation.
pirates in the water in jolly boats.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about them yet.
No, I know, but yeah.
So if we see them on our way back into Dock, we can
We'll just run them over.
run them over and collect them.
Get the pitch ready.
Interrogating these big bastards.
I've still got one more panache. We can do this.
Oh my god.
I've got a panache. I've been saving
I
it.
still have both mine.
hmm
Maybe I should
No,
use
I
my
went through
panache.
By my calculations, we could have 7 buckets of pitch.
Excellent. I just want to make sure that we're going to get paid. We missed out on the big score, but we got to get something.
Well, it's still birding the ship.
That's
If it
the
burns enough, the
Hardy
big
fault.
score will drop out.
That is absolutely the Hardy's fault.
That is
Yeah.
totally 100% the Hardy's fault. They set the ship on fire.
I can't believe they would be so careless.
Reckless they are.
It's doing my head in. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but look, it's insane. Okay, so assuming you don't want to pick a fight with the trading clan, the other
Not
ship
at this point, no.
no, the other ship escapes. Although you might in future want to hunt it yourself.
I
the
think
next
we might have found our nemesis.
nemesis, yes.
You might be
Just
nemesis from it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. The okay, so the next morning, or at the end of the evening, if you will, you're sort of all together. So the captain of the Arancia, the first daughter of the trading clan, and yourselves, and a few other dignitaries, but they're the ones who matter. Now, the trading clan, obviously keen to make sure the treasure ship makes it to Federation territory, to Ahati territory with its trade goods, and have an interest in providing ongoing protection to the ship to keep away exactly the sorts of pirating activity that occurred last night. that is the official reason that you're given before you rock up as to why they're there. Now, separately, the Federation captain has approached you via the sloop captain, who didn't get a good shot off at the big warship, but certainly was involved in the combat. So they greet you and are very keen to know what you think is likely to be going on here as a group. So please feel free to have to put up someone if you want to do the talking with the sloop captain. It does not have to be your captain. I will just remind you, you have other people.
Yeah. Right, I think it should be Dominique.
Yeah,
I'm
she's
a
got
little
pitching
worried that
ideas.
people might recognize me.
It was
It was
dark. I
dark.
have no idea.
Yeah, in the heat of battle.
It was the Ahati. That's all you gotta remember. It's the Ahati.
It was some
It
sort of
was-
mad. It was some sort of, because the Ahadi pirate ship did
Fanatic.
have humans on it.
Oh, that's
And
So-
true.
also, you would have been behind the guards defending the gangplank.
Yeah,
so.
they were busy.
That is very true, but the crane was quite a visible position as well.
And everybody was very busy. So no one was no. It's fine.
Looking
it's
down
fine.
at the fire.
Exactly.
All
That
around
came
them.
from nowhere.
Really
All right, I'll
It's-
definitely
fine.
try.
Oh my god.
So what are we
Nothing
trying
can
to?
go wrong here.
Oh, okay, it's all coming
Well,
apart now.
the sloop captain wants to know what, if anything, you think is going on here.
Well, clearly there's Ahati pirates who are trying to steal gold or treasure. Trying to steal treasure and
Possibly trying to add to their fleet. It's a nice ship.
well, yeah, but they set it on fire, so they probably didn't want it.
Correct.
Hmm.
And they blew up the other sloop. They were trying to blow up the second sloop. So it seemed mostly that they were on a rampage of destruction and stealing
Yeah.
money, stealing all the treasure. And
Take
we
the treasure.
protected the ship.
Hey, and sinking that amount of ships in a harbor is gonna like foul up a harbor really bad. So they're trying to make like
Extra work.
extra work,
Yeah.
the harbor unusable. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Impact trade. And we, honest traders,
That we are.
on the line for the Federation, pony up the reward.
Mhm. I mean, this could work out in both of our favors. We would be more than happy to accompany the ship, as it clearly needs. It's clearly under attack. It's clearly a ship of great import.
Yeah.
We would absolutely be willing to sell our guns in order to protect the ship, if you would so need.
Okay. Well, the ship will need an escort, obviously, to get back onto the trade route. It'll need to. It's going to take at least an additional week to repair the damage from the fire last night. So that needs to be done first. But definitely yes, all good for that. So they will. I find your opinion interesting. They don't really understand Ahati politics. Well, at least the captain doesn't. And certain members of the Federation do, but they're not on the ship. So you guys find yourself in this little conference where the first sister is there. So it's the same one that you met before, the one that seemed at first to be reasonable and then started talking about chopping people's heads off and insisting on bodies. She looks at all of you and then tests, like in Ahati, that Lorenzo can speak it,
Mhm.
and then goes, Oh, did we not meet previously?
Indeed, we did.
Ah,
You've
Oh,
travelled a
wait.
long way to get here.
right. And you are the reason why the pirate why the pirate was unsuccessful.
Indeed. We fended
Ah.
off the pirate.
Well,
As is
well
our
done.
charge.
I mean,
Yeah.
the clan is always keen to see the trade routes kept open at all times. This will be remembered by the clan. Your very effective defense of this ship will be remembered. We will find a use for this information at some point in the future.
I'm sure you will.
Yes.
fun.
No doubt it will be of great value to us at some point.
So where do you feel that the pirates have fled to?
Oh, who knows? They are Onless, the disavowed children of greater clans. I mean,
Will
who
they
knows where
ever
they've
be-
come from?
Will they ever be allowed back in to their clans?
I would imagine it would be very difficult to imagine. I mean, they would have to take land, and of course, due to the treaty we have with the Federation, there's no option for any of us to take land.
I see. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. So do we know what was actually in the treasure vault at any point? We know
Do you
that
want to
there's
ask?
gold and silver.
Because you
I
didn't
do
find
wanna
out. You didn't
ask.
go into the vault at any point.
No.
Yes, I do want to know.
I have another question though. If the repair of the treasure ship is going to take another 2 weeks, do they perhaps want to hire us to transport the cargo instead?
Nope.
That's quick.
Always
Good
worth
try.
trying.
Yeah, no.
The honest
No. We
trader.
could take it off your hands, and I'm sure it'll be fine with us. No, you're not part of the Federation military, so no. Nope. Under no circumstances whatsoever.
It's very clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but we are definitely willing to pay you a retainer to stay in the harbour to protect us from another assault, as we've now realised the cannons that guard the entrance to the harbour are ineffective as weapons of defence. And having seen you fight the ship, we are confident you could hold off any number of attackers.
Interesting idea.
And some of the crew saw you valiantly fighting against the pirates on the pier.
Yep. That's
So,
right.
you know,
Indeed.
We just tried to help.
yes, your bravery was noted. It's not very often we see a person of your stature wielding a sword.
Yes, that was a new experience for all of us.
Yes. A number of crew have offered to give you some training if at any point you'd like some. So yes, we would, and we will of course also be keen for you to be paid as escorts to bring us back to the trade route, so that we can pick up escorts and continue on our way. I believe there was some mention of a reward.
Yeah.
Yes, for the defense of the treasure ship and all of its goods, we are happy to pay you a 2,000 guilder reward for defending the ship.
Awesome. That's going on the list.
Well, I was going to ask, do you want to negotiate? You can.
I was going to say
Yeah,
that's the starting
Dominique.
point.
Yeah, we do also.
Dominic.
What about stuff?
I mean, we are also talking about potentially helping you out, protecting you for a week, and then escorting you where you need to go. How much would all of this run us?
Well, why don't you make a manipulation roll for me, Dominique?
All right, I got that panache still.
Yep.
All right, we'll do it. What the fuck?
Oh, those guys.
All right, nope, that panache is getting used.
All right. Take no prisoners. All right.
All right.
Go. See if you can
Come
improve on that
on.
roll.
What
Oh,
the fuck?
No, you cannot.
No.
Amazing.
There's that
Oh
debt
my
of
God.
sixes.
That was
So
16 dice.
that was 16 dice. So you get 2,500 guilders as compensation because they pay you for guarding the ship for the 2 weeks that it takes you to 1 week here and then the 1 week of sailing time it takes you to get back to the trade route. And the beautiful thing is you feel like you've gotten a deal out of this. You feel great about it. It's a really good arrangement. You've
I
definitely,
did great.
yeah, you guys were awesome. And at no point does the actual value of the treasure ship itself seem to have figured into any of the negotiations. But I mean, it's just a ship. What could it be? How much would it be worth? I mean, how much really would it be worth? I mean, who knows what's inside that vault? And yes, we close view on the scene with you guys all sort of, busy. Do you offer to also do carpentry services on the ship?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, it feels like
I feel
it's
like I
covered
have
in
a
the
real
price
connection for
though.
this
But
ship.
that's just your generosity right there. So you guys are out there helping rebuild the ship for that money, with 3 ones on the final roll.
I need Lee to kind of chat to some of the people on the ship to see if they know if there's anything else in the safe that might be of some paper or some sort of parchments or anything like that.
Yeah,
right,
during our week of work.
Do you want to make an insight roll for me, Lee?
Yeah, I can do that. All right. Well, we're hoping.
Because
Now
if...
Oh, of course, now.
Yes,
Now.
Now.
Because my theory is that there are actually deeds to land, which potentially the pirates could legitimize themselves as per the conversation just now.
All right. So with 3 successes, which is extremely good, you are actually able to get inside the vault. So basically, the vault's taken some fire damage, and you managed to wrangle yourself a position as one of the people repairing the vault.
I have so many blisters.
There are papers in here. There's also a couple of locked chests which look like they hold actual money of some description. But there's also a whole bunch of rolled up parchment. One of the people are out, you're busy. You say, no, Fred, you can take this lunch break. I'll be fine.
I'll cover you.
Just keep on working. I've got some stuff to do. And
I got to make sure it's all pitched up.
That's right. Yeah, especially paying attention to that pitch. That natural affinity that you have developed. There is... So a quick look through the papers suggests that it wouldn't have been a bad guess to think that it was sort of deeds or titles, but it's actually something much, much bigger.
Oh.
You find a document which seems to be an addenda to the original treaty. between the Federation and the Ahati. And that document explicitly states that the Federation commits to not interfering in Ahati military action against the Dranaxian Kingdom should the Dranaxian Kingdom trigger a conflict.
Okay. And it's been signed by both parties?
It looks to have, I mean, you don't know exactly what the symbol of the council, the Federation Council that rules the federated territories looks like, but looks like it could be. It's got the right wax and seal and all those things. So this document, in effect, looks like it represents the Federation basically not committing to the ongoing defense of the Dranaxian holdings.
shit.
All right. I think we need
Good
to
to
take
know.
that, and we need to have an accident with the rest of the documentation that involves fire of some sort. Is there a pyromaniac amongst us?
I mean, look, I think, getting rid of that one document might be a good idea. I'm not sure about the rest of them.
But
We
we have
don't
to
wanna-
actually. We should try and take it back to the
King of
Dranaxian king
hmm
Yeah.
as evidence of this.
What I can do, and I whip up real quick, like, I take, I'm gonna take 5 to 10 minutes to kind of memorize exactly what this says.
Yeah.
And I'm going to write it the fuck down as soon as I get off the ship.
Okay. So you leave the document there, but you're
Alright,
taking,
yep.
you're effectively
Yeah.
recording it in your head,
Exactly.
and then you're writing it out as soon as you get off the ship. All right. So to write it out as soon as you get off the ship, I think that will actually be a law roll.
Oh, God. I need this. Come on.
How many dice have you got in this, by the way? Oh, you got the same as
6.
me. Cool.
Enough, apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Nice.
so you get off the ship and you document exactly what the terms of the agreement or what this corollary to the treaty or addenda to the treaty seems to suggest. And you now have that written out. All right. That's
Dun,
where
dun,
we will stop it. So
Mhm.
the Federation might not be your pals.
Excellent.
And who knows what's going on. All right, perfect.
Mm.
Now,
It was
just while I
trustworthy.
just end the live stream.